Salinity. This video will demonstrate how to determine the salinity level present in a water sample using a refractometer. For this test, you will need a refractometer, dropper, screwdriver, distilled water, and a soft clean cloth or Kim wipe. To begin, you must calibrate the refractometer. Collect distilled water in the dropper and release 2 to 3 times to prepare. Open the daylight plate on the refractometer and add 2 to 3 drops of distilled water onto the plate. Carefully close the daylight plate to spread the water across the plate, making sure that there are no bubbles or dry spots. Allow the sample to sit on the plate for about 30 seconds before continuing to the next step. Look through the daylight plate to make sure the prism is fully covered. Hold the daylight plate in the direction of the light source and look into the eyepiece. You should see the salinity scale, 0 to 100 parts per thousand. If the scale is not clear, turn the eyepiece to focus. The upper portion of the scale should be blue, the lower portion white. For calibration purposes, the salinity reading for the distilled water should be 0 parts per thousand, or ppt. If this is not the case, use the screwdriver to turn the calibration screw counterclockwise until the blue and white fields meet exactly on the 0 scale. Once this has been accomplished, your refractometer is calibrated. Please note that a glare on the water can affect the reading. Dry the plate with a soft cloth until it is free of water droplets. Now you are ready to test your sample. Collect the sample water, which is water from the river, creek, bay, etc., in the dropper and release 2 to 3 times to prepare the dropper. Open the daylight plate and use the dropper to add 2 to 3 drops of the sample water on the plate. Carefully close the plate. Allow the sample to sit on the plate for about 30 seconds before continuing to the next step. Hold the daylight plate in the direction of a light source and look into the eyepiece. Focus the eyepiece if needed. The line where the blue and white fields meet marks your salinity measurement. Record to the nearest ppt in the salinity section of your data form. Note that a refractometer was used in the comment section of the data form.